Yo, what's good? It's Crew, also known as Araneae Storm, your Cosmic Rootwork astrologer, specializing in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com, and you can find me on all social media at Araneae Storm. I have my tapestries on deck, I have my bottles on deck, I have all that stuff on deck, and I'm definitely going to be trying to drop that merch this summer, because I feel like it's time. You feel me? I feel like it's time to drop the merch. So the next time y'all, no, not the next time you see me. Let me just stop capping right now. No, you'll see it when you see it. When I get the merch, you'll see it. Okay, for sure. But yeah, let's get into it. So Pluto in Pisces, right? We'll be discussing today. We'll talk about the energy of Pluto first, and then we'll talk about how Pluto and Pisces kind of make that dance, do they dance or whatever together, right? All right, so to my Pluto and Pisces generation, they say that Pluto was actually discovered in like 1930s, 1920s, 1930s, whatever. But they did have a date. It was 1979 to 1823. Not sure how accurate that is, but the next generation, which nobody's ever actually been through the Pluto and Pisces, is 2044 through 2068. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But so let's talk about the energy of Pluto once again, and then we'll, like I said, we'll go into the dance of Pisces. So when we talk about the energy of Pluto, this rulership is over Scorpio. So it rules over Scorpio. So this energy is more so like cold, in a sense of this plutonic energy of being able to go beneath the surface, go beyond the surface, and actually come out anew, right? The phoenix rising out of the ashes, the basically being able to go beneath the surface, see what's beneath the surface, and then clear it. All right, clear the surface. All right, bring it up so you can see it, so you know, okay, now that I know that this needs to be pulled up, now that I know this needs to be pulled up, now I know what I need to clear out, you know, so we can start over and do something a little bit different, okay, with the Pluto and Scorpio generation. Oh, this used to be gold. I'm gonna have to change this. I don't do silver, y'all. I'm a gold baby. I don't do all the silvers and stuff. We do golds over here. Anyway, so when we talk about this energy, right, so this also too can become obsessed. This is also to obsession. This is where your personal power lies. This is where we talk about like taboo things, like I said, hidden things, hidden knowledge. This is also where you can start to begin to develop your psychic and intuitive gifts. This is also where we talk about the mind and the probing of the mind and psychology, and you know what you're thinking. I know 12th house Piscean energy is more so subconscious, right? So also too, this is where you can, you know, reprogram your mind to basically change the trajectory of the lay of the world and the lay of the land, right? So yeah, a little bit about that. So when you have Pluto making his dance and doing his dance with Pisces as it moves into this energy, this is where we're talking about complete and total spiritual ascension. The 12th house or Piscean energy wants to clear it all out. You know what I mean? It's the final blow before we get to Pluto Aries generation. It wants to clear everything, reset everything out before we jump into that alpha, that number one, before we restart the wheel. So it comes out to basically clear that out. Ancestral connection, and this is going to be ancestral connection like no other. We've already been starting to talk about okay, so the Pluto and Scorpio generation is like, okay, so we're talking about it again. We're talking about bringing that energy forth, bringing that energy back, being able to get back connected to each other, get connected back to ourselves, get connected back to the land, the animals, the plants, everything that's around us with Pluto and Pisces. This is also to dealing with those psychic things that have hurt us within our past, being able to really clear that, really being able to break those generational curses and those generational cycles, those obsessive things that we long for. And I honestly want to go beyond like drugs and alcohol. Also the food, you know, especially as we move through this North Node in Taurus in 2023, when we move to Pluto and Aquarius. We'll be talking more so about getting connected back into the land. So a lot of these foods these foods and the things that we consume, and food, technology, and things like that that we've been consumed, that have kept us distracted, that have kept us sick. We'll be revisiting those things again with Pluto and Pisces. So that purification process comes into mind when I think about Pisces. And I know I said clearing, but really detoxifying the body, detoxifying the spirit. I wouldn't be surprised if during this cycle a lot of people started to fast. Like it was just like a natural thing for people to just fast from foods. Still being healthy, but just a natural fast that happens, a natural cleansing of the system, of the body, of the soul, right? Because Pisces can be a part of the soul, like Scorpio, but through the feet, right? Because Pisces rules the feet. So being able to cleanse those things, the collective consciousness. So ascension past these realms of this world, of what we think is this more one-dimensional world that we live in, is actually realizing that we are in a minute, tiny piece of the bigger picture, right? When Pluto goes into Pisces, it's like, oh wow, these other worlds definitely existed. So astral projection, I don't want to say hydroplaning, astral projection, your dream realms being very potent and very things that you can just naturally just see, right? Things that you can just naturally fall into, right? When Pluto goes into Pisces in this way. So people being able to be like, oh wow, like, wow, I didn't even know that these things actually existed, right? I didn't even know that this was a thing. You feel me? Like, I didn't even know that there were these other worlds. But that will be something that's by this time, I feel like that's just something that's going to be comfortable for us. Like, we won't even think about like this one-dimensional world. We'll be exploring and tapping into other planes, right? Because Pisces rules the veil. So the things that are kind of covering our eyes and things that we can't see, Pluto will kind of open that portal for us, so we're able to dive deeper into what that means for us as a collective in a society, right? Imagination. So a Pisces also rules music and creativity and our imagination, and that childlike ability to bring things out of the spiritual realm into this material-based world and this material-based reality. So I do feel like during this time a lot more that free thinking energy that we took out of Pluto and Aquarius, and everything that's going to be happening during Pluto and Aquarius, we'll need that healing. We'll need music and art to really express the things that we have been through all these years. I mean, that's always been a part of our generation, but I feel like these generation and these eras that we've lived through. But I just feel like Pluto and Pisces is really going to be digging that out. Pluto and Pisces is really going to allow that to come through and come forth, so yeah, I think that's what about Pluto and Pisces that I really want to talk about. Like I said, I will get deeper and dive deeper into the energy, but that's just a little summary that I have for right now. Like I said, we'll be moving. I don't think I've talked about the planets. I don't know if I talked about the planets yet. I don't know. If I haven't talked about the planets yet, I think that was last year if I did. But if I haven't talked about the planets yet, I will be talking about the planets. Then we'll talk about the houses, and then we'll talk about the aspects and degrees, and then we'll move into the entire birth chart and putting those things together so you can really get a lay of your birth chart. So that's it for the Pluto series. I want to thank everybody who's been following the Pluto series, or even if you just come by to stop by specifically for this series in itself and all the rest of the series. I think this is like, of all of them that we've done, yeah, we kind of concluded the series, y'all. Or you know what? I keep saying that we're going to talk about the planets, but I might just do the planets on Patreon once Patreon gets up. And then we'll just move into the houses and stuff like that. I think we'll do that. We'll talk in depth. Yeah, we'll talk in depth about them on Patreon. I know I've been saying on the other videos, no, we're not. We're going to put that on Patreon. So y'all definitely make sure y'all stay tuned. Like I said, it's a rainy storm, checking in, checking out without a motherfucking doubts. Deuces. See y'all soon.